Hello everybody and welcome to my channel. Tonight I'm going to show you how I did the Grinch hand. First off, this is an 8x10 frame and I went on the internet to free clip art and I found the Grinch hand and I printed it off and then I attached it to the back of the frame. I also sealed the frame with glue. Took the glass out, cleaned it up, took the glass out, cleaned it up, put all this glue around it, then I put the glass back in it, and then I put more glue around it, let it dry for 48 hours, and then I taped it for good measure and so that we wouldn't get any leaks when I pour resin on it, and then I got the clip art and put it on there. So, we're gonna make a Grinch hand. So what I did was I took, this is 3 millimeter rhinestone chain. I got this particular one off of Temu. Now, I also have red and I also have green. Now these are 2 millimeter, I can't even say it. Those are 2 millimeter. This one's 3 millimeter. And then this one is 3 millimeter. This is the mother of this one. I just had this extra from my other project, so I figured I'd use it. Anyway, we're gonna be using all 3 of these colors to get that, to outline the Grinch's hand and stuff and get him ready for some resin. So let me get these off here and let me get a paper towel. Like to make sure we wipe off because I've touched it. I want to wipe off this. I have a paper towel and I put some Windex on it to clean the glass before I lay the chain down. Sorry about the squeaking. Okay. So now we're going to start putting the chain on. So I have him away from the edge of the thing, but I'm going to take the chain all the way to the edge of the thing. And first off, we're going to use the red. You get it on there, and I'm going to take it all the way to the end of the frame. And I just line it up on him, and then I get where it's going to stop. Use some heavy-duty scissors, as Linda says. You want some heavy-duty scissors to cut your chain. And I use a little tool to try to get it even. And then we have the crease of his arm, which is a very small part. So I'm going to use just a few of these. And I'm going to put it in there for the crook of his arm. There we go. Now, we'll do this side all the way to the frame. And by putting it on there, trying to get it on that line, you can see how much you need, and then you can grab it and then pick it up and snip it off. Or this is how I do it. You can probably find the way that works best for you. I'm a lefty, so maybe I do it backwards. I don't know. I do things a lot backwards from other people. Unless you're left-handed. If you're left-handed, then you know my plight. Okay. So, and we're not going to put anything on the ball because that's where I'm going to use the Dremel tool and cut another ornament in half. And we will use the ornament lid on its own, so we don't have any of that to do. So the next one will be this silver, the white, well, the silver, I call it silver. And what you're gonna do is, because of the way, I know you can see that, it goes in like that. Well, I do bring it, I do bring the chain to mimic how the cotton, to make it fluffy looking maybe. Is that what I'm looking for? So I'm going to only bring it to it's very hard. You might have to snip these off because sometimes it will not curve very well. When you find that it's not curving for you, that's when you need to go ahead and snip it. But this should lay down there very well, and I'll come back with little pieces to put right there. And you make it come up there to meet that red. That was a perfect size piece. Look at that. Huh. Isn't that amazing? All right, so I'm going to go back in there with a little piece. Finish this out. And it really doesn't matter. What I do with this next piece is I'll bring it through there like that. I'll cross over that one to where it, there it goes. Get it all on the outside. There we go. Then with these little pieces, I'm going to need a little filler here at the end. So I'm going to cut it right there. And put it right, join it, just like that. Get those two, there we go, get those two in to meet. All right, and then we'll do this little piece. I don't think I'm going to need that whole piece like that. I'm going to cut that off. About right there. And that way we can put that piece on his wrist. It really doesn't have to be exact. I'm just, because we're going to be removing the picture from the bottom, so it doesn't have to be exact. But I like to try to get it as close to it as I can. this over here and put this one here. And this will probably be boring to some of you. So, this is pretty much how you do this part. That's how you're outlining. You're going to put all the colors on there and outline everything. And what I do is I pour a little clear Elmer's glue on there, the clear kind, to hold it in place, because I don't want it moving around until I get the resin in place. So when I get it all outlined and stuff, then I'll come back and I'll show you how I pour the glue on there to keep it in place, because you have to let it dry. And it doesn't, you don't have to wait the 24 hours for that to dry, which is a good thing. Because that Elmer's glue, if you don't gob it on there, it does dry within a reasonable amount of time. And then you can come back and put your crushed glass in the inside. So that's what we're gonna do. And we'll go from there. So I'll come back when I got it finished outlined. Okay, I'm back. So now we've got everything outlined with the green and the silver and the red. And what I'm gonna do now is to put some Elmer's clear glue on there that I didn't bring over with me. Shame on me. I'm not bringing it over there with me. Okay. Sorry about that. So it's just clear Elmer's glue. And you don't have to use a whole lot, but I just, I kind of beat it on, right on the top of the rhinestone, because I don't want it to move before I get the resin on there. And you have to use this clear because the white will not dry clear. This will dry clear and it doesn't show on resin. When you put the resin on, it doesn't show. So make sure that you use the clear Elmer's glue. Thank you, Miss Linda, for teaching me that. Crazy glass lady. And you just make sure that you've got it over all that rhinestone so it doesn't move. I'm going to turn this light on. It gives a glare. I would leave the light on, so sorry for the glare. I just want to make sure that I have it on all my rhinestone so it doesn't move. Okay. And the cool thing, like I said, it doesn't have to dry 24 hours with this Elmer's glue. I would give it at least an hour or two, and then it's going to be stable enough to where you can come back in and put the crushed glass in it. Because I will put clear glass for the white that's silvery, and then the red, and then the green. So I'll be back when this dries and enough to where I can put the crushed glass in. And I'll see you then. Okay, I'm back. So I finished all this and it's dried. I did cut the ball in half. And we're gonna put that here. Okay, so now we want to put the glass in there. I have some green. It's a light, no, this is the clear, I'm sorry. I have the green that we're going to put here on his hand. Making sure you don't cover up your chain. Get some little bitty pieces up in there. I did not glue that piece of chain for the ball down. And I do kind of pile it up a little bit so that it's not just flat, and it gives it a little bit of dimension. I'm going to take this ball off for a minute while I get this in there. Where these little sticks come in handy. When it falls into that little crevice there, you can pull it out and kind of keep it behind the chain so you can see the rhinestone. Some of this stuff wants to go everywhere. You definitely, this green glass I just got from Michael's for the Halloween season. They have green and black in there right now. And thanks to Miss Linda, she announced the other day that they had they call it yellow, but it's a gold color. It is beautiful. And it is seasonal, so once it's gone until next year. So I was lucky enough to get me a few bags of it because I want to make a couple of deers, and I want to make a gingerbread man and wife, and that color is perfect for the gingerbread and the deers. Reindeers. So if you get a chance, definitely check out your Michael's. I was lucky enough to get it online. I had to go to a different store to get it because my store didn't have any in stock, but I didn't mind that extra few miles down the road on the way home and from work, and picked up those bags that they had because it is very beautiful. But this green and black is in there right now for Halloween, so I would definitely, if you don't have any, I would get some. If you miss it, don't fret. You can get some of that Tamiya translucent paint, spray paint for stained glass, and they have the green that you can get, or if you can find the Krylon. Krylon has a green as well. They have an aqua, sea glass, they have a green. The only one that's very hard to find is the canary yellow. And if you do find it on eBay, it's very expensive by Krylon, so, but you can get it through that Tamiya. But check out Miss Linda's videos on Crazy Glass Lady. She's so super talented, and she has such a, she is so good at her art. Very, very, very good. I have learned a lot from her. I enjoy watching her videos. She usually puts out a new one every Friday. If you're not already a subscriber to her, I would definitely recommend that you subscribe to her, because she is so talented with glass, and she has definitely taught me a lot. Okay, so we have green on there, and then the red, and like I said, I like to make it a little bit three-dimensional, so I kind of pile it up a little bit so that it's not flat. And it kind of helps with the transparency of it too. You don't want it too transparent. Once you put the resin on it, you do lose a little bit even when you put the resin on it. So I like to give it a little bit of that three-dimension to keep some of the more colory effect in it. Alright, then we got the red on there. And this is not white, it's more of a silvery mirror. It's a clear mirror. I don't like the white. To me, I can't get it it's more of a matte when you make it white. I did use some of that iridescent medium that Miss Linda shows you. And I put it on the fire glass, and it's really pretty, but it's still not a sparkly like this is. So that's why I choose to use this clear with the mirrored look, so that it gives me that sparkly effect. It doesn't have to be white to me. But it does give it that sparkle. Very, very pretty. And it keeps the sparkle when you put resin on it. That's the cool part. The resin doesn't take away the sparkle. like it. I'm going to turn this glare on for a minute so that I can see that I have everything where I need it. And you definitely want to have a piece of tape. Get you a piece of painter's tape. Get some of the stuff off there, the little glitter went this way. Oh, yeah. The glass dust and all that from that ball and stuff. Because you don't want it to set in your resin. For sure. And we'll put this ball back on here. I'll turn that light off. Put the ball back on there. And we are ready for resin, I do believe. Mix up some resin and then I will be back. Okay, I'm back. So I've got a little resin here, and then I'm going to just start to drizzle it over the crushed glass. Just making sure you get all the glass. And the rhinestone chain doesn't lose its sparkle either when you put the resin on it, which is really cool. I would say it really enhances it to me. I will not put any on top of this ball because it is a satin finished ball. Now if you get one that you want to put the resin on to make it shiny, definitely do it. You do you, boo. But I don't want resin on the ball because it's a satin finish ball and it has glitter on it, so it's already going to shine. So I'm just going to leave it like it is. But I definitely, everybody has their own taste. So I say, everybody, you do you. Get your resin everywhere. Make sure it's getting into all the little nooks and crannies. I do put it over the little bulb on the end of the ball to help cement it to the resin. I think we got it. Be careful when you torch this so that you don't melt your ball. Or if you can get it to not break, and you can, I tried a glass one and it broke, so I said, nope, I'll just use the shatterproof one and not worry about having it to break on me. But if you can, even my diamond bit broke those. They're so thin. Those Christmas balls are so thin these days. They don't make them like they used to. They were really thick and did a lot better. This is just a little flame. That's why. If it was my bigger torch, I wouldn't have to use it so much here. But it's just a little flame. All right. And there's really no demolding to this one. It will be, I'll let this set up overnight. Sometimes them little bubbles just like to stick to that. And then I'll be able to turn it over and take the paper off of the back. And you'll be able to see it a little bit better. So, I'll see you when it cures. Well, everyone, it cured. It's all cured. So cute. All together. Well, I hope you enjoyed the video, and if you did, please give it a thumbs up and a comment. And share, and if you haven't subscribed, maybe you would like to do that now. It would help my channel. I really enjoyed showing you this, and I hope that you come back for the next one. I will be doing another one this weekend, the little snowman. So I'll see you then. God bless you.